Count Dooku is often regarded as one of the most formidable Jedi and Sith in all of galactic history, his power reaching new heights when he became the apprentice of Darth Sidious. Together, they schemed to reshape the galaxy in their image. But while many assumed Dooku's vision for the galaxy was one of freedom and democracy, this in fact could not be more far from the truth. In fact, his ultimate plan was so shocking that many wouldn't even believe it. So what was Dooku really planning for once he had controlled the galaxy? The answer might just change the way you see him forever. So let's dive in. For a bit of context, this passage from Revenge of the Sith, the novelization, takes place just before the fateful duel between Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Count Dooku, aboard the Invisible Hand. But what makes this moment truly fascinating isn't the battle itself, it's the glimpse we get into Dooku's grand vision for the galaxy, and it was for none other than his empire. Yes, you heard that right, his empire. In this passage, we see exactly how he planned to reshape the Jedi into his new Sith order, and establish human dominance over the galaxy, casting aside the alien species entirely. His ambitions were far more radical than most realize. The quote begins as followed. Count Dooku watched with cynical distaste as the blue scanned image of Kenobi and Skywalker engaged in a farce chase, pursued by destroyer droids in and out of turbolift pods that shot upwards and downwards and even sideways. It will be, he said meditatively, as if he was spoken only to himself, an embarrassment to be captured by him, referring to Skywalker. The voice answered him was so familiar that sometimes his very thoughts spoke in it, instead of his own. An embarrassment you can survive, Lord Tyrannus. After all, he is the greatest alive, is he not? And have we not already ensured that all of the galaxy shares this opinion? Quite so, my master, quite so. Again, Dooku sighed. Today he felt every hour of his 83 years. It is fatiguing to play the villain for so long, master. I find myself looking forward to an honorable captivity, a captivity that would allow him to sit out the rest of the war in comfort, a captivity that would allow him to forswear his former allegiances when he would conveniently appear to finally discover the true extent of the separatist crimes against civilization, and bind himself to the new government with his reputation for integrity and idealism fully intact. This new government, this had been their star destiny for these many years. A government, clean, pure, direct. None of the messy scramble for favor of the ignorant rabble and subhuman creatures that make up the Republic he so despised. The government he would serve would be an authoritarian, personified human authority. It was no accident that the primary worlds of the Confederacy of Independent Systems were Nemoidians, Quarren, Aqualish, Moon, Geonosians, and many, many more. At the war's end, the aliens would be crushed, stripped of all they possessed, and their systems and wealth would be given to the hands of the only beings who could be trusted with them: human beings. Dooku would serve an empire of man, and he would serve it as only he could, as he was born to. He would smash the Jedi Order to create a new, not shackled by the corrupt, narcissistic, shabby little beings who once called themselves politicians, but free to bring true authority and true peace to the galaxy that so badly needed both. An order that would not negotiate, would not meditate, an order that would enforce. The survivors of the Order would become the Sith Army, the fist of the Empire. And that fist would become a power beyond any Jedi's darkest dream. The Jedi were not the only users of the Force in the galaxy. There were many powerful Force-capable humans and near-humans who had long refused to surrender their children to lifeblood-bound servitude of the Jedi Order. They would not so refuse the Sith Army. They would not have the choice. Dooku frowned down at the hollow image. Kenobi and Skywalker were going through more low-comedy business with another bulky turbolift, possibly Grievous having some fun with the shaft's controls, while battle droids haplessly pursued. Really, it was all so indignified. End quote. In the end, this passage doesn't just reveal how far Dooku had strayed from his once noble ideals, it also serves as a chilling reminder of just how corrupting the dark side can be. It leaves us with many questions as it does answers. But one thing is for certain. Dooku's vision for the galaxy was unlike anything we have seen before, and this begs the question, what if he had seized power? How would he have ruled and reshaped the galaxy? Unlike Palpatine, Dooku didn't seek to exterminate the Jedi. He wanted to transform them, bending them to his will and forging them into an elite force to enforce his order, a Sith empire unlike any other. It is a fascinating thought, and one that changes everything we thought we knew. However, while this is much of the passage, there is still much more I wanted to cover, as there is still much more that happens before and after this with Dooku and his thoughts about his fall to the dark side, as well as the last conversation between Dooku and Sidious. So let me know which you would like to see first. But anyway, that was Dooku's shocking plan for when he ruled the galaxy. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, it would mean a lot to me if you could like and subscribe, as it would help the channel out a ton. And with that, my fellow Star Wars nerds, may the Force be with you.